Go on then, show when you're ready. Looks cool. Like Flintstones.
Yeah, this is my game, Tribal Survival. I've got pictures of cavemen, dinosaurs and a tiger, so I'll explain a bit about that. So what is Tribal Survival? I can see all the are going to get really annoying. It's an MMORPG. It's exclusively for the PC, obviously. And it takes the popular genre of an MMORPG and places it in a unique environment that we're going to go on to look at. And it doesn't like involve the fantasy elements. So there's like, it hasn't got all the magic kind of stuff in it. I know a lot of people, including one of my friends, any game that's got anything with like magic in, he thinks it's just like going to be rubbish, going to have like fairies in and it's all really girly. So this is for the player that doesn't like that kind of thing. I looked at similar game sales. The big MMORPG World of Warcraft, obviously. And that has 10 million subscribers now, so that's making a lot of money at the minute. I also looked at Skyrim because it takes the kind of same visual style sort of thing. And I looked at PC sales because obviously my game's on the PC and that got 2.61 million sales. So what makes it unique? The environment in Tribal Survival is unique and diverse. And there should be something to click there. So I've got a really rubbish game world map. This was on my concept art, but I had to like recreate it on Paint because John's unfortunately got the concept art. So the whole land is like surrounded by sea. So it is open world, but there are constraints. You can go in the sea, but it'll result in like an automatic death. You start washed up on a beach, and I'm playing on the theme of like different locations, like different types of weather, that kind of thing. So over here we've got like a tropical jungle. In one corner of the map we've got a desert, and in one corner we've got like snowy mountains. So there's like your player's going to have to like, adapt to each kind of surrounding situation, and it'll affect things like combat and like the types of enemy, that sort of thing. It's set in a unique time frame. Tribal Survival's meant to be set in like the caveman era, but the main enemy that I've included is going to be dinosaurs. So it's kind of like a blend of cavemen and dinosaurs, even though they weren't both around at the same time. And I've got two lovely pictures there. There's also a unique weapon crafting system that I'm going to go on and explain a bit later. And just going on the whole dinosaur thing, who doesn't want to see that in a game, even if it is a crappy 1950s film? The characters, it is an MMORPG, and again I've had to use rubbish images because I haven't got my concept art. That means that every character is going to be different. There isn't like a set character you have to play as. You can kind of switch up like clothes and like how tall you are, hair colour, that sort of thing. But apart from that, there isn't much to do. You do play as like a caveman, but it's not the stereotypical caveman, like really stupid, whacks everything he sees with a club. I'm going to play on the intelligence theme, so like as you discover new stuff in the game, your character like becomes smarter, that kind of thing. And there's no class system. All players do look very similar, but in caveman times you didn't like see many cavemen trying to come out with bold fashion statements or anything like that, so they did look similar. Yeah, they're customisable, as I've said. And the NPCs are also like very similar, but again, it's got to be since they're all like kind of caveman, and I have to like keep them within the theme because I'm going for that realistic MMORPG. The main enemy is dinosaurs. They've got a ridiculous amount of health, so because it's the whole kind of survival theme, everything is like meant to be overpowered. Your character is meant to feel like really helpless compared to everything else. So they've got a huge amount of health, and you're avoided to stay away from them. You can attack them, but they'll probably end up screwing you over. Yeah, they can get one-hit kills. So in real life, if you were stood next to a T-Rex, it would probably just like rip you apart instantly, and that applies to the game as well. There's also friendly dinosaurs, like this thing I don't know the name of. You can find them going around in big groups. They won't attack you unless their families are attacked, so you can kill them, but you'd be a bit evil if you did that, because but that doesn't mean that they're not completely dangerous. They can eat materials in the game that you might need, and I'm going to go on to explain about the materials later on in the weapon crafting system. But materials are pretty important, and they're everywhere. Like, it's not just like roaming on the land. They are free roaming, if I haven't mentioned that. You can find them like in the sky, and you also like find them in the sea. So that instant death thing when you walk out the map, it's just going to be like one of these bad boys ripping you apart. The skills and abilities. It doesn't go with the conventional leveling up system, and this is kind of hard to explain. You do still earn XP, but if J. Yeah. So I didn't like want to base the game on like numbers. Your character doesn't have like a level, so no one can say I'm the strongest in the game because I'm level 100 and you're level like 50. From doing particular skills, like here we've got an example of ranged combat, you earn experience points, but the ranged combat itself doesn't have a level. So it's not like ranged combat level 7 versus ranged combat level 12. You earn XP from using the bow and arrow, and as you can see here, someone might have earned 2000 XP, but using the XP that you gain from using that, rather than leveling up, you can spend it on different perks here. We've got examples of 4 perks. Deadeye, where the crosshairs might become smaller. Slick Hands, you can pull the bow out faster. Greed, carry 50 more arrows, and Mega Greed, carry 100 more arrows, and they've all got various costs, like how much XP it costs to buy it, and obviously the better perks will be worth more, so it'll give you something to work towards. And the weapon crafting system that I keep mentioning, but I don't know whether I'm going to get on to explain it. Apparently I am. So you use materials that you like find in the game, so being like in that caveman period, there's going to be like forests and deserts as I've explained. So on your way you'll like pick up different parts of wood and rocks, that kind of thing. So you can use that to like carve weapons. When making a weapon you can like define the shape and that kind of thing, so it becomes like very personal. And I've also included clans in the game, but as I call them, tribes. So you know, you can get together with your friends and do quests that NPCs have set you. That's it.
Cool. Anyone got any questions?